Proud Mary stars Taraji P. Henson as a hit woman named Mary, of course. And in this movie, there's a lot going on, but to sum it up, like a while back in her past, Mary, this hit woman, kills the parent of this kid who, this kid goes into doing deals for like the opposite, like the enemy of her like mob she's working for. It's really convoluted, and I don't quite get all of it, but from what I could gather when watching the movie, yeah, he's doing deals for, this kid's doing deals for this other opposite, like, enemy, of the mob Mary is working for, of course. And she takes in this kid because she feels guilty about killing the parent of this kid, and it's really convoluted, but to sum it up, that's what it is, and that's the movie. Like, that's Proud Mary. It isn't much of an action movie. It's a hardcore drama for the most part, and I hated this movie. This sucks. This movie sucks. I'm sorry. Okay, it's not the worst thing I've seen or anything like that. It's not even like the worst movie I've seen like in the past year, but like it's up there. I'm not gonna lie. This is pretty bad. Taraji P. Henson is great in this movie, which really sucks because she's fantastic. She's fantastic in most things she does. She's been the best part of a lot of crappy movies, like No Good Deed was another one, and of course this movie. And she really carries her own in the action sequences, which the action sequences suck in this movie, but we'll get to that in a second. But for what you can make out in the movie, she does a pretty good job with it. She sells the really badass quality that this character is supposed to have, and I like her chemistry with the kid in the movie. They actually have decent chemistry, like as like almost a mother son like relationship, and you can see glimpses of it. And there's small things that work in this movie. There are moments that are cool. The ending was fine. I like the ending. Okay, like the last 5 minutes or so. They do try to shove the freaking Proud Mary song in the movie, and it doesn't work. It was in a desperate attempt to get you to like this movie, and I'm not falling for it. I hated this movie. Okay, so as far as good things though, yeah, those are about the only good things I could pick out of this movie, because this movie's really bad. Like, it's really bad. The story's all over the place. It's a bit too convoluted for my taste. Danny Glover's really bad in this movie, like, which really sucks because I love Danny Glover, but God, he needs some acting lessons. No, yeah, he's really bad in this. The story's all over the place. It's really slow for being like only an hour and a half. It's only like an hour and 29 minutes, and it feels like it's freaking 3 hours long. And the action, and just in general, the lighting of everything is awful. The cinematographer did The Shape of Water, some of the best cinematography I've seen in years. That movie looks beautiful, and this guy he must not have worked with black actors before, because black actors, well, we'll just say, I shouldn't just say actors, people of color absorb light. So you gotta make the lighting, or you gotta light the lighting just right so you can have them kind of in frame and you can see them, more or less. But everything in this movie is so dark, and the backgrounds are so dark. It's like, there's a scene when Danny Glover and Taraji P. Henson are talking, and I could barely see Danny Glover because the lighting behind him was so pitch black, and then he just kind of absorbs into that, and I couldn't see it. And this is also going for the action sequences, which are awful. Like, the editing is, the editing's awful, but the lighting's even worse. But you can't see anything. I couldn't see any of the action, which looked like, from what I could make out, it looked like it was pretty well choreographed, but I couldn't tell because I couldn't see it. Okay, sorry, I'm getting way too mad. The story is also just simply boring. This is just a really boring movie. Like, I was really bored. I was on the verge of sleep. This movie's really bad. This is almost a textbook January movie. If it weren't for Taraji P. Henson's really good performance, that kind of saves it from being that textbook January movie. But this is still the worst movie I've seen so far this year. So yeah, I'm gonna give Proud Mary a D+. That is a little high. That is a little generous, but I'll make the I'll give it the D+. It's still probably gonna make it on my worst of the year list, I think. unless there's like 10 more movies that are worse than this. But I guess we'll see. So that's my review of Proud Mary. I'm playing catch up if you couldn't tell. So I got The Commuter I'm reviewing next. I'm reviewing them in the order I saw them. And then I got 12 Strong. 12 Strong, which just came out this weekend. I saw that Friday. So yeah, I'll review that. And I want to see Den of Thieves. I don't know if I'm going to get to it this weekend, but we'll see. But yeah, so that's my review for Proud Mary. So, peace.